Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session organized by Skillveda on child psychology and inclusive education. At Skillveda, we believe in building skills, transforming education, and empowering educators. Education today is not the same as it was a decade ago. The classrooms are changing, the learners are changing, and so are the challenges that come with them. As teachers, it is very important to understand how children think, feel, and learn. Child psychology helps us understand why children behave in certain ways and what they need at different stages of growing up. Inclusive education means making sure that every child, no matter how different they are, gets equal opportunity to learn in our classroom. When we combine both, we create classrooms that are caring, supportive, and full of respect for every learner. In today's session, we will discuss simple and practical ways to understand children better and to make our classroom inclusive for all. We are honored to have with us our expert speaker, Ms. 𝗘𝘅𝗰𝗲𝗍𝗶, a CBSE resource person, an educationist and consultant, who will share her insights, experiences, and practical strategies that will help you navigate these changes and grow as empowered educators. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Ms. 𝗘𝘅𝗰𝗲𝗍𝗶.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Twinkle ma'am. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Skillveda, for having me to talk about the child psychology. So before we dive deep into our PPT, I hope so that Twinkle ma'am must have shared a sheet with you all, right? So let's discuss that sheet quickly. And then we are going to do a lot of activities, which is going to make us understand that what is child psychology and what it has to do with, why is it for teachers and why is it needed in our classroom. So section 1 was all about your self-reflection. So you need to understand that with these statements, where you actually stand in your classroom. I am going to skip this one because you all must have done it. As the name suggests, it is self-reflection. Okay. So which factor influences a child's learning the most? Is it IQ, emotional, family, or all of the above? And please, everyone, it is really appreciable if you all are going to answer me, maybe by unmuting yourself or via chat. That is going to be really good. So, which factor influences a child's learning the most? It is all of the above for sure, right? A child who frequently talks during class may be? Anyone? Trying to communicate a need, right? See, it is always said that if they are being talkative or doing all the disruptive things, maybe they are seeking your attention, and they are seeking your attention for certain reason. So maybe they are trying to communicate a need, right? Positive reinforcement means? Yes, everyone? Positive reinforcement means?
Appreciating desired behaviors.
Yes, absolutely. It is appreciating the desired behavior. Which of the following helps build a psychological, safe classroom? It is public criticism, not at all. Fear of punishment, no. Respect and empathy.
Respect
right?
and empathy.
Yes. Children learn best when their individual differences are respected. That's exactly what we are going to include in today's session, how to include, how to have the inclusivity in our class, right? So now you have to tell me whether it is a myth or a reality. Every child learns in the same way. That's a myth. Behavior is often a form of communication, absolutely, right?
Reality.
Even if they are behaving in a certain way, maybe disruptive, maybe in a very well behaved manner, that is also communication. Punishment always improves behavior permanently? No, not always. Sometimes it is needed, that is for sure, but not always. Emotions affect learning? Yes, it is a reality. Teachers play an important role in children's emotional development. Absolutely. You teachers, you are the founders, you are the foundations of the future, right? With our act, either we are making them or we are breaking them. So it is really, really important. Quiet children never have emotional difficulties. No, maybe they are struggling inside. Praise for efforts builds confidence. It's a reality. A child who makes mistake is not intelligent, not at all. That is a person who is doing something. Okay, so we have given you the word bank. You just have to fill in. Children's dash influence their ability to learn. Yes, can I get the answer? It's motivation, right? Every dash has a reason behind it. It's behavior. Teachers should respond with empathy. Positive feedback improves a students' confidence. Curiosity increases learning. Children develop best in a safe, emotional environment, right? Okay. So positive reinforcement is appreciating effort. Empathy is understanding feeling. Emotional safety is safe and respected. Behavior is a form of learning. All right, now this you have to tell me. A grade 3 student suddenly stops participating in the class. What can be the possible reason and how are you going to handle? Yes. Please unmute yourself. We are handful and we can always make this really personalized and interactive one. Yeah, a grade 3 student suddenly stops participating in class. What can be the reason and how are you going to handle? Can we have the answer from the participants? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, first, as a teacher, we would find out the reason. We will personally, individually, we will talk with each student that what is the problem. मतलब
Absolutely.
प्रॉब्लम की जड़ तक जाएंगे और फिर उसको जिस हिसाब से होगा उस हिसाब से सॉल्व करेंगे.
Yes. So it is going to be one-on-one. हम लोग प्यार से उसे पूछेंगे कि आखिर क्या प्रॉब्लम है. And depending on the thing that our child is going to tell us, we are going to take the action accordingly. Absolutely, ma'am. A child keeps disturbing classmates during every lesson. Instead of punishment, what could you try? What do you think? So that this is, what can be the reason behind this?
I normally in my class, I used to talk to the child that what is the reason behind, like why the child is so disturbed. When the child is disturbed, so it tend to disturb us, basically. This is what actually happened at our home also. When we have a very small child, they only disturb the parents when they are disturbed.
Okay. Absolutely, right. So instead of a punishment, we can only try that if they are seeking for your attention, if they have something to tell, or maybe they are finding, the lesson difficult, or they are really having the answer, but they, they just want you to just listen to them. All right. So maybe they are seeking. Okay, and then we are just, rather than punishing them, we are going to ask, okay, so let Rohan speak in the class and then we are going to take our lesson forward, okay? So, this we are going to discuss in our activity only. Think of a child who cries easily, talks too much, never speaks, doesn't complete work, gets angry quickly. ये सारी सिचुएशन हम लोगों के पास क्लास में होती है, राइट? वी ऑल गेट these kind of kids. So instead of asking what's wrong with this child, we can always ask ourselves one question: how can I help that child? Okay, the child who is crying easily, maybe emotional, he is deprived from any kind of love and warmth, right? Talks too much, maybe for the attention. Never speaks, maybe one-on-one session can help. doesn't complete the work. Maybe the child is having too many activities to be done, or maybe the concept is not clear. It can be any of the reasons. So rather than, blaming it, बच्चे के साथ क्या problem है, we are going to ask that हम as a teacher उसकी क्या help कर सकते हैं. So this was all about our pre-webinar worksheet. Let's dive into our this. You just need to tell me if it is visible or not. Okay, thank you. पहले आ गया. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am, visible.
Yeah, visible. Okay, so it is going to be child psychology along with inclusivity in our class. Okay, so great teachers don't just teach subjects. Subjects ka rise now with AI and with such a smart kids in our classroom. Do you really think so that we are teaching them the lessons? We are teaching them not from the text, but we are actually teaching them the real life scenarios and its relation, the topic's relation in our real life. Okay, so we need to understand. Why do we need to understand the child psychology? Because the fundamentals of the child development, हर बच्चा हर एक age में एक different challenge आपके लिए लेकर आएगा. So if you are dealing with a certain group of kids, you need to know कि okay, ये kid, my kids are under this phase of their life in their developmental formative years, and I have to take these kind of actions. So this kind of behavior can be predicted. Okay, then connect with them. We need, if we want to correct them, we need to connect with them. We need to support them. Unconditional support has to be there. And then we need to bring that confidence, that potential out of them. Okay, so let's have a quick activity, everyone. You can always have with your kid as well. It is just, when you are having your first period, or you are meeting them after a week's break or things like that. So please tell me your emotions, but in terms of weather. Whether you are feeling sunny, partly cloudy, stormy, foggy. All right. So you have to say, I am a dash today, because you need to give us the reason why. Okay, so let me start with myself. Okay, so I would say I am a partly cloudy today because maybe the hormonal changes are taking a toll on my health, right? So that is one of the reasons that I can come up with. Yes, everyone, we all can have this activity, and you can play this activity with your kids also, because that is going to be a window for you to touch and connect with your child.
Yeah, Divya ji, please.
Ma'am, I am feeling a bit stormy today.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah.
Because of a very long period of working hour, and I'm looking forward to change. So it's becoming a quite stressful.
Okay. All right. Okay. So they must be squeezing out the maximum out of you, right? So I can understand that. How are you feeling? This is topic. Thank you so much, Divya ma'am. Yes, others, come on.
My turn.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I am feeling sunny. Okay, this is the way we should, because I had a great food and great sleep. That's why I'm feeling sunny.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That should be the day, because it is just the beginning of the week. It is Tuesday today, right? So we need to be energized. Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Twinkle ma'am. Yes, Swami ma'am. Swami ma'am or sir, so sorry.
Sir, Swami ji. Swami. Sorry.
Swami sir, yeah.
Swaminathan ji, are you there? Can you switch on your camera?
Okay,
Yeah,
I think
Swaminathan ji.
there is some kind of connection problem. Okay. Anu Thomas. Yeah.
No,
Anusha,
she can't. She has messaged me. She can't.
Okay.
Preeti ji, Purvi ji. Yeah, anyone.
Please.
I can try. I'm feeling foggy because I'm actually tired of today's my routine. So we were having the annual day. So on that annual day, lot of preparation. So I got
Absolutely. Yeah. So, a lot of questions, a lot of decision making, and, even the last ounce of energy is being drained, right? So totally can understand. Yes.
Ma'am, I'm feeling foggy today because I'm involved with multiple works and at end I'm messed up.
Okay. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Anyone else wants to say something over here?
Okay. I think there's.
Yamini ji, Manjunath ji, Anusha ji,
Okay.
anyone?
Purvi ma'am is saying that I am feeling cloudy today, little bit with low energy. All right. Okay. So absolutely fine. There are no judgment. To make it more, engaging for our students, we can always have the flashcards also, right? Or we can write down these words on the board. We don't see the activity should be in such a way that it requires the least efforts from your side, but the maximum benefits to the students, right? Then only it is going to be sustainable and is going to be successful. Okay, so we all have been doing the emotion meter and things like that. So the same concept, but in a different way. And when it comes to science teachers, if you are making them learn about season weathers, so this can be a ice-breaking game for you also. Yamini ma'am is also partly cloudy. All right, it's absolutely understandable. Okay. All right, so let's see now another activity for you guys. Think of one student who has puzzled you or frustrated you or surprised you. In one line, you have to say, and then what did you assume was going on for them at that time? There are many days, in fact, multiple chances in a single day, that there are going to be different kids who are going to frustrate us, puzzle us, confuse us, surprise us. So in one line, you just have to tell that what was the situation, and then what have you thought at that moment? Would you did you think that you would like to run away from there, or would like to elope? Many a times as humans, we feel that also. So tell me. Yes. This is child psychology. You need to participate because psychology is all about, give and take. Yes. Yes, Divya ma'am.
Ma'am, I can recall a recent incident, but it is with my kid, my own kid.
Okay.
She is in class 5 and sometimes, means most of the time she is properly behaved, but sometimes the tantrum comes in.
Absolutely.
And at that moment, I just get shocked because of the behavior. But yes, later on, I realized maybe it is because of lot of changes, hormonal changes going on. And from the school also, the child, like we get frustrated, similarly, our children also get frustrated.
Absolutely.
That can be the reason.
Yes. Thank you so much, Divya ma'am. That was so relatable. Yeah, I do get frustrated a lot of times, right? Yes. Anyone else? Anyone who would like to give us the puzzled look? Any child who has given you the puzzled one or surprised you?
So, ma'am, few days back, there is a student in standard first, Aditya. Usually he don't used to write or speak anything in class now, but these days I am noticing a very positive change in him. At least he is copying each and every letter from the board. And
Wow.
today I saw him laughing while we were conducting an activity in the class that I was taught in Jolly Phonics. I was conducting that activity in class, that vowel charts and everything. And he was surprisingly so happy, so excited. And all of the time he was drawing his hands and writing A-E-I-O-U and was continuously laughing. So I was
Wow.
bit surprised and bit happy to see him. Huh?
Absolutely. Asta ma'am, this is so rewarding, no? कि ऐसा कोई भी बच्चा जो कि बात नहीं करता था, बिल्कुल participate नहीं करता था, all of a sudden that child is, giving you the happy giggles and laughter and all. So as a teacher, as a person, it is so rewarding, right? So thank you so much, everyone. Okay, so let's move forward. Why child psychology belongs in every classroom? Because 90% of the brain is developed before age 5. Right? So if it is going to get developed, that means all the information, all the observation things that the child is doing around him or her is going to be stored. 1 in 5 students shows sign of emotional or behavioral stress. You are going to find that there are students, out of 5, there is at least 1 student who is showing some kind of behavioral stress or some kind of emotional stress, right? And if we understand the child psychology, if we understand their age appropriateness in their behavior and understanding of their emotions, it is going to give us the 3x better engagement in our class, right? So the 4 pillars of our child psychology, this is very, very important for you all, because you all are going to do a short, assessment based on it. So the 4 pillars is cognitive, how children think, reason, and build knowledge. आखिर वो सोचते कैसे? So इसके लिए we need to give them the activities or do things which is going to have their attention, which is going to solve the problem, and we have to have various and variable learning styles. Then comes social. आपस में वो किस तरह से बात करते हैं. So let's give them the group projects or the group activities of just 5 minutes there. Friendship में आज इन 4 बच्चों को साथ में ही sand castle बनाना है. Things like that. Emotional, how children experience and express feelings. Always and always, once in your class, do a situation-based scenario. Okay, your best friend has suddenly stopped talking to you and has started talking more to another friend. How do you feel about it? What if your favorite teacher has scolded you in front of the student? Chote scenarios, ma'am. It is just going to take your 60 to 70 seconds in the class, not more than that. You are triggering their emotions. So this is something very, very important that we need to start talking about our emotions. Behavioral, how children act in front of their friends, in front of their teachers, in front of their family, in front of the strangers. And what are their habits? Hygienically, what are the etiquettes and things like that. So these are the 4 pillars. I request everyone to give yourself the marks based on each. I adjust my teaching when students learn at different speeds. Do you do that? You are having a bunch of 40 kids on an average. Not all your 40 kids are going to be uniform for sure. कोई बहुत जल्दी शीट करके बैठ जाता है, तो अब आप उसके लिए क्या करोगे? कोई थोड़ा सा going to take a bit of time, तो उसे कैसे motivate करोगे? So do you adjust your teaching style based on the different speeds? So what are you going to give yourself the score? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? I encourage students to ask questions and think critically. Is it 3, 4, or 5? I recognize that mistakes are opportunities for learning. I use different teaching strategies to meet diverse learning needs. Media, reading, writing, visuals, activity, kinesthetic. क्या आप ये सारा कुछ यूज कर रहे हो अपने क्लासरूम में? I observe students' attention span. For you guys who are dealing with young kids, it's hats off to you, because these young monsters बैठ ही नहीं सकते हैं. 10 मिनट बाद उन्हें कुछ ना कुछ करना ही करना है. Okay, so let's do the activities like apples, orange. When I say apple, stand up. When I say orange, sit down. किसी भी तरह का kinesthetic करो. So this is going to develop their cognitive skills. Now, regarding your own assessment of the social development, I encourage teamwork and collaboration. You know, it's a total chaos. Trust me, it is a total chaos, for sure. But that's exactly what we want. The happy chaos, the relevant chaos. I help students resolve conflicts respectfully. So, अभी मैंने आपको बताया था ना वो case scenarios दो कि तुम्हारा दोस्त तुमसे बात नहीं कर रहा है किसी और से बात कर रहा है तो वो किस तरह से करेंगे. So these kind of things. I ensure every child feels included. Are you doing things? Are you making them feel safe? Are you giving them that environment that they can question without having this fear कि मुझे कोई judge करेगा? I model respectful communication. All right. It's not about boys and girls anymore. It's all about students now. I notice when a child feels isolated or left out. Are you mindful or your mind is full? Then only you are going to have this. Right? So this is going to be you assessing yourself on the social development. Now comes the emotional development. I try to understand the emotions behind a child's behavior. Trust me, it is not going to happen every time. Because these kids, they start taking advantage of it. Right? So it is not going to happen. But yes, genuinely, we need to, just understand the fake and the genuine thing. So that is going to happen. I create an emotionally safe classroom where students feel comfortable. I remain calm while responding to challenging behavior. This I have to work on myself. I'll give myself 1 year without any shame, right? I praise students' effort more than their marks. This is 5 or 5. I encourage students to talk about their feelings, maybe 3 or 4, like this. This is how you are, because if you're going to do this assessment, guys, right? You are going to understand कि मुझे कहाँ पर अपना teaching style change कर, मुझे कहाँ पर ज़्यादा करना है, कहाँ पे I am really doing great. You are going to find solution only when you know the problem. And this is going to give you not the problem, but the clarity. Then comes your behavioral development. I try to identify the reason behind inappropriate behavior. I use positive reinforcement more than punishment. I maintain consistent classroom expectations. You need to tell them that this is the expectation from them in the classroom. I address behavior privately rather than embarrassing students. We need to praise publicly and criticize private. I focus on teaching appropriate behavior instead of only correcting mistakes, right? Their efforts matter a lot. So these are the 4 pillars. आप अपने आप को इसमें assess करो and you are going to find that how well are you understanding the child psychology. Is it good? Everyone, are we going at a good pace? Everyone, is it clear? Yes? Okay, so
Yes,
I
ma'am.
take that.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. I take that as the answer. Now, cognitive development in children. So, जो 0 to 2 years के होते हैं, they learn through senses and movement. That's why we need to show them a lot of things. This is a reason why they say that after 6 months, the infants should start sleeping. अगर दूसरा room नहीं है, तो at least in their own cot or in their own bed, because they really, learn through the body fragrance, through the touch and the movements. Pre-operational, which is the symbolic thoughts. That's why a lot of, pre-nursery and pre-primary schools have pictures, because they are learning through the symbolic and imaginative pictures. Concrete operational, Now, this one is logical thinking about real and concrete things. If you are telling them about reflex and, reflection or refraction, you need to show them the experiment. कुछ concrete चीज से हमें उन्हें दिखाना है. And then comes 11 plus years. Trust me, it is the most challenging one, adolescence age, because they are going to ask you why for each and everything. So you need to be ready with all the, glorifying examples, real life examples, right? Debate, theory, open. So who is right? I don't want to raise any kind of political discussion, but whatsoever is happening in the namesake of a protest, is it right or wrong? Let's discuss these things. कि आखिर हमारे बच्चे क्या सोचते हैं? All right, because adolescents need to work on their prefrontal cortex brain, which is the thinking brain. They need to work on this muscle. A lot of activities and the case studies are also there. Now comes the social development. Social development में we are going to talk about 3 stages. यहाँ पे जब हमने cognitive किया तो it was divided into 4 categories. When we are talking about social development, it is divided into 3 categories. Okay, initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority, identity versus role confusion. Let's take this. Initiative versus guilt, it is for age 3 to 5. अब जो इस एज के बच्चे होते हैं ना, they are super excited to help the teacher. टीचर का अगर पेन गिर गया तो फिर they are ready to pick it up. अगर pile of books या notebooks staff room में लेकर जानी है, so they are really into, because they take that initiative. और कुछ भी गड़बड़ हो जाता है तो they have that guilt. Oh my God, I have done that. So how can we just encourage them? A 5-year-old child in KG loves helping her teacher. One day she insists on distributing notebooks. While doing so, she accidentally drops them. Now the teacher, look, what have you done? You have always made a mistake. Sit down, I'll do it myself. वहीं पे इतना बड़ा guilt उसके अंदर आ गया that she's not going to take the initiative ever in her life, at least for the next couple of years, because that scar is going to take a bit of time to get healed. Now, thank you for helping, Ria. Accidents happen. Let's pick them together. This is inclusion. This is child psychology. हमें समझना है कि वो perfection में नहीं काम करेंगे, but हमें उन्हें initiate करना. This is going to give them the confidence. So for age 3 to 6, it is initiative versus guilt. Now for age 6 to 12, it is industry versus inferiority. Arjun, a grade 4 student, struggles with maths. During class, he answers a question incorrect. All right, now the teacher says, we have already done 3 times. Why can't you understand something so simple? सारे के सारे बच्चे हंसेंगे for sure. Now, उसके दिमाग में ये आ जाएगा, मैं तो math कर ही नहीं सकता. I am not good in maths. It is not my cup of tea. So the self-esteem is scattered. It's all, done. Now, better response, good attempt, Arjun. Let's work through it again. I think that while the other students are doing the exercise, you can come to me and I'll explain it to you. Okay? So that is how कि कोई बात नहीं, अगर नहीं समझ में आया फिर भी मैं सीख सकता हूँ. This is going to be industry versus inferiority. Then comes identity versus role confusion. Adolescents, they are the confused chaps. उन्हें समझ में नहीं आता है करेंगे या नहीं करेंगे. एक तो ना आजकल के बच्चे ना ये nonchalant बनना बहुत चाहते हैं. They don't want to show their feelings and all. They find it very cool, which is going to confuse us as well, right? So Sarah, a grade 10 student, has recently become quiet in class. She has changed her friend group, started expressing interest in photography instead of science. Her teacher said, you have changed completely. You used to be one of my best students. Stop wasting your time on these activities. अब वहीं पे चला गया ना, अब वो तो एक्सप्लोर कर रही है अपनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज। बट अगर एक बच्चा कभी साइंस में अच्छा था और अब वो अगर दूसरी एक्टिविटीज में कर रहा है, सो वी डोंट हैव द राइट टू downgrade that. Now, photography sounds interesting. Tell me what you enjoy. Let's also discuss how you can balance your academics with your interest. हमने एक उसे वैलिडेशन दे दिया जो उसे चाहिए था, अदरवाइज बच्चा हमसे भागेगा, that's it, और कुछ नहीं होता है. With these 12 to 18 teenagers, if you are not going to make them feel valued and validated, they are not going to come back to you ever. So this is how the social development works in the child psychology. Emotional. So early childhood mein, they always have the limited vocabulary. So it is very, very important for us to support them. In middle school, we need to develop empathy and self-consciousness, self-awareness aana chahiye. Then in adolescence, they get into peers. Family becomes their biggest enemies. So we need to understand, we need to give them that space कि अभी यहाँ पे emotions वो अपने आप handle कर रहे हैं, समझ रहे हैं. So we need to understand that thing. So this is about emotional development. Last but not the least is behavioral development. So impulsive and reactive, जो 3 to 6 वाले बच्चे होते हैं ना, बड़े impulsive और reactive होते हैं. मुझे चाहिए, और they are going to grab you, or they are not going to leave you and things like that. Middle, they are just going to test your boundaries. They are going to seek your approval. And adolescents, they are going to, just see the image. If you are not practicing what you are preaching, they are going to tell you that on your face. Ma'am, aap khud to kar nahi rahe ho aur hame samjha rahe ho. Right? So adolescents are that smart. Now the iceberg of the behavior. जो दिख रहा है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ एक iceberg है. उसके नीचे, what kind of emotions they feel, there are unmet needs, there are home or life stressors, self-belief and past experiences, and developmental stage. So this is how their behavior is going to get affected. Right, everyone? Chalo, let's have an activity. Yes, Divya ma'am.
Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. I have a question.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is for the stage adolescents. Actually, mine is a growing school, upcoming school. And we have the first batch of class 11th. It has 8 students. And all we teachers are really struggling to make them study, because they are like least bothered, means they are so jolly in that we will not study. And there is problem of behavior, obviously. But since it's becoming very challenging, and every day we have a new issue, either, it's like they are not bothered about their board results also. So how to motivate them for life?
Totally relatable, and thank you so much for bringing it. Now, first of all, why this behavior in class 11 students? Because giving class 10th boards, they come from a burnout stage. ये चीज हमें समझ में आएगा, बहुत ज्यादा stress होता है, especially Indian schools, Indian parents, boards, right? Now, class 11, somehow they come up with this idea, 11th hai, koi fark nahi padta, because this is the year. Now, if you are having the behavior issue, देखो ma'am, we need to understand, they are hitting their adolescence, they are into their phallic stage. In fact, they are into their latency stage, where they are now aware about their looks, about their gender, about their opposite sex. So there is going to be the issue of romance, there is going to be an issue of, dating and all, there is going to be issue of, not studying at all, they are all distracted and all. अब हमारा ये काम है कि हम उसे करेक्ट तो बिल्कुल भी ना करें, और हम एटलीस्ट उन्हें बताएं ना कि हम उन्हें करेक्ट कर रहे हैं. The very first thing is that give them this confidence. that I totally agree that 10th was really, really, really hectic year, and now you would like to relax. Relax ऐसे करना है कि that we should have a smooth sail in the year of class 11th, so that we can always feel energized for our class 12th. एक और डिस्क्लेमर क्लास 11th में दिव्या मैम ये होता है कि सारे नए सब्जेक्ट्स आते हैं. तो जब नए सब्जेक्ट्स क्लास 11th में इंट्रोड्यूस होते हैं ना, दे आर समवेयर मोर बोरिंग दैन क्लास 12th. क्लास 12th का सिलेबस बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग होता है सारे सब्जेक्ट्स में थ्रू आउट. क्लास 11th में समवेयर और द अदर देयर इज अ डिस्क्लेमर. So we need to give them this confidence that we are with you. The question papers are going to be easy. Please try to cooperate with us and study so that you have a smooth sail during this year. Regarding your behavior, give us your story, whatever you are feeling. Whatever, be it relationship problem, be it behavior problem, be it your interest problem. Class 11 के students को पढ़ाने से ज़्यादा बातें करने में इंटरेस्ट होता है.
Yes,
And
ma'am,
the teacher
that's
has
what
to-
happens.
हाँ, यही करना ही है मैम.
But
There is
ma'am,
Actually, what I feel ना,
feedback
ये जो नई जनरेशन है ना, they want to be jack of everything and master of none.
Ma'am,
They
Ma'am,
want
you're
to be-
right. I agree with you. But ma'am, actually, the feedback I got from the previous teachers of their previous years in the school, right? Like they were from 7th in this school, most of them, and this behavior of not studying and having a notion that they have already a secured feature because of the high family status. That's why they are not bothered. Means when the teacher is teaching, they are constantly talking among themselves. So we have also got into that habit that we have to teach the walls.
All right, okay. So I totally get it that it is coming from the past experiences, right? But we need to tell them. And the best part with class 11th is involve them in all the school activities, debates, sports, annual function. जितने में भी होता है, मैं तो जितने जितने भी एक्टिविटीज होती थी क्लास 12th को आई यूज्ड टू एब्सटेन फ्रॉम द एक्टिविटीज, एंड क्लास 11th को मैं डबल काम देती थी, because they are in this aura of having the freedom. This is the class where I don't have to prove anything. कोई academic pressure नहीं है किसी भी तरह का, किसी को कुछ prove नहीं करना है मान से, सिर्फ और सिर्फ पास होना है. Let's silently support them in this and give what they want. If they want us to hear stories, हम उन्हें कहानियां सुनाएंगे, हम उनसे डिस्कस करेंगे. And if they want to get kinesthetically challenged, we are going to give them the activities. Then by the time they are in their second semester of class 11th, they understand this. क्योंकि आपने उनके अंदर वो skills develop कर दी हैं. अगर वो अभी बैठ के पढ़ नहीं रहे हैं तो एटलीस्ट वो काम तो कर रहे हैं ना फोकस से, वो स्किल डेवलप हो गई है ऑफ बीइंग फोकस्ड, एंड नाउ यू कैन वर्क विथ योर एकेडमिक्स. क्लास 11th I also face a lot of problem, right? And the thing is only this, I just keep it simple for them. Kyunki the challenge in class 11th is they should not drop the subjects. How to hold up their interest? By making it easy, by making it fun. So studies, somewhere or the other, it is primary, but uske saath, unke saath connection becomes the, that prominent part. और उसके लिए तो बातें ही करनी पड़ती है. You need to come up with the videos, you need to come up with the बातें and all. You need to talk about different things every day in the class for first 2 minutes. Just take any of the new term that is there by Gen Z and act as if you don't know anything about them. They are going to be excited to tell you, yes ma'am, ये तो ऐसे होता है वैसे होता है, and that's how it works. Class 11th, it's all about holding up the drowning kids. Class 12th, they are going to get into the calm sea. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for that question. Okay, so let's have a behavior bingo. Okay, you all can see I'll just make it bigger for you. So there are these cards given on the screen, and there is a free space. Now you need to give me that besides these, what is another kind of behavior that you notice in your classroom? Kids throw tantrum, they are defiant, they are not taking any interest, they are interrupting, prompting, there is withdrawal, they zone out, there is meltdown, emotional meltdown, they are talking back, some of them are doing into perfectionism, there is silent treatment, they are not reacting at all, clinginess, bahut zyada, they get into this, or they are overreacting. Iske alawa, I would like you to add on what kind of behavior challenge do you face? I just want you to give me one.
Ma'am, bullying.
Bullying, yes, that's a beautiful one. Yes, bullying. Yes, Anusha ma'am, were you about to say something? Okay. Okay, bullying. Is it actually happening, Divya ma'am? Like
Yes, ma'am, same class, and they are bullying a child who is not academically good. Actually, he is just been admitted to get an academic atmosphere because, as per the doctor's suggestion, he is very good in badminton. He is a state level player, and in all other life skills, he is good, but not in academics. So children tend to bully him. Although I have checked on that, and we have counselors also in school, so proper behavioral check is being done.
Okay, all right. Anyone else who would like to add on? We find these kind of behavior issues, and yes, ma'am has said bullying as well. Anyone else? Okay, all right. So now we need to understand that this is their age. When it comes to bullying, they are trying to find their own identity, and somewhere or the other, it is fun and thrill that किसी को नीचे दिखाना है, तो फिर they feel some kind of superiority in themselves. So we just need to give them the reality check. The one who is going to bully the state level badminton player, let's have a match of badminton. If you think so that he is not that competent in academics, let's challenge him in badminton. Just give them a face-off moment. Give them, the taste of their own medicine, and that's how we can handle it. If we know the reason, right? And if the others, there are going to be some who are supporting them, there are going to be the ones, it is one versus the whole class, let's challenge them all. So these kind of things, these kind of realization is also going to help, right? Thank you so much. Okay, understanding student behavior. So जब disruption या talking out of turn होता है, जो कि हमने अभी behavior bingo में देखा, it is either need for attention, या वो bore हो रहे हैं, or they are having difficulty in processing the topic or the speed. If there is withdrawal or silence, maybe they are low confident or there is anxiety. If there is refusal or not doing the work, it is loss of control, fear of failure, or testing boundaries. For example, I shared one thing about myself. I'm an okay cook, but I never want to cook for guests with the fear of being judged on to my cooking. All right, so itni koi wow aha wali bhi cooking nahi hai. So this is the reason. So I refuse to cook for the guest. I can entertain them. So it comes from the fear of being judged also, right? Aggression, they might be having the unmet emotional needs, and they are also, showing the behavior which they have seen at home. We know that in our country, there might be some kind of molestation or the domestic violence at home, तो वो शायद उसी को mirror कर रहे हो. Perfectionism or over anxiety, it is again the high external expectation. जो ईशान के that तारे ज़मीं पर पापा की expectation थी ना कि स्पोर्ट्स में भी नंबर 1 हो, क्लास में भी नंबर 1 हो. So that kind of high expectation is going to give them this over anxiety. So that's how the bingo behavior card can be understood by this. Now, everyone, you need to participate with this. So the scenario is Rohan talks continuously. It's a class 4 child, distracts classmate and never completes his written work. What could be happening beneath the surface? Now, you all have understood the psychology thing. What do you think so? That what is going to be the thing? The possible reasons can be attention, boredom, giftedness, ADHD, a learning gap, or anxiety. Key lesson, we don't have to diagnose. We are not, the registered counselors or the therapists. We observe and then we ask them. We don't judge them. तुम्हें ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए. No. हमें ये आप ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं? Let's ask. Because their answer is going to give you the method of handling their behavior. Right, everyone? Okay, so let's talk about inclusion now. What is the word that comes in your mind when you hear the word inclusion? Is it only
including every child,
every child?
Irrespective of the ability or capability?
Absolutely. It has nothing to do with their background, learning speed, or any kind of giftedness, or चाहे वो किसी भी कास्ट कलर क्रीड के हो, कम्युनिटी के हो, किसी भी तरह की स्पीड हो उनकी, किसी भी तरह की लर्निंग स्टाइल हो, every child belongs to the class. So what kind of diversity are we having in our class? Genders, of course, we have boys, girls. Then we have cultural, linguistic, and religious, right? Then we have learning style. वाले बच्चे होते हैं, न्यूरोडाइवर्सिटी होती है, कुछ बहुत ज्यादा इंटेलिजेंट होते हैं, IQ होता है, ADHD होता है, डिसलेक्सिया होता है. Socio-economic background, they come from a very well-off family, they come from a humble background. Family structure, they come from a joint family, they come from a nuclear family. Physical and health differences, कोई short होता है, कोई tall होता है, कोई hefty होता है, कोई बहुत lanky और petite होता है. Emotional and personality, some are very confident, some are very easy to try. So these kind of diversity you are going to have in your class, right? अब सबको साथ में लेके चलना है. Wow, so we are not teachers, but we are superwomen, or supermen, I would say. Okay, अब आप मुझे बताना. Let's have for inclusion in our class, we need to understand empathy. So let's have a reflection. How would you feel if people laughed at you at your accent every day? बताओ कैसा लगेगा आपको? Some of them have that Indianness, some of them have some of us has that South Indian accent.
They start losing confidence.
Absolutely. रोज हम बात करना बंद कर देंगे, हम आंसर ही नहीं करते.
Shell, you will be in more shell actually.
Exactly. We are going to get into our own shell. We are not going to come out of that. What if you were assumed weak just because of your gender? कैसा लगता है? लड़कियां फुटबॉल नहीं खेल सकती हैं. अब तो ये भी कहे मूवी ने सिखा दिया है ना कि हमारी छोरी छोरों से कम है, राइट? तो कहीं से वो तो है ही नहीं. What if you were called by the wrong name or pronoun date? We all have that feminine energy and that masculine energy, right? So how are you going to call? Okay, वो she नहीं he है यार, देख वो कैसे चल रही है. ऐसे भी तो होता है. बच्चों के लिए तो सब कुछ मजा है. कैसा लगेगा? What if your family background made you invisible in the classroom? If you come from a humble background, if you come from a different community, कैसा लगेगा? this we need to bring in our conscious. And then only inclusion can happen in your class. Right?
This can only be possible by counseling the students and their parents. If a specific group of kids are doing this thing, then counseling is the most important thing for them.
Counseling, and absolutely, that is going to be the first and the foremost important step. Also, having a role plays. अगर हम काउंसलिंग के लिए इतना टाइम नहीं निकाल पा रहे, हर एक क्वेश्चन के लिए 2-2, 3-3 मिनट का क्लासरूम में ही टीचर अपने बच्चों के साथ रोल प्ले करते, right? So this is also going to give them an eye openers. Again, telling you, do the activities which require least of your efforts but the maximum of the impact. Okay, so these kind of things can always be done in the assembly, right? Every Fridays we are going to have some kind of empathy skit in the assembly so that the whole school can say, it is just going to be a couple of dialogues exchange, and then the moral has been given, and we can have the quotation based on the same kind of role play on the board, which is the main notice board of the school. Okay, simple. So this is how it is going to come. Let's talk about certain case studies. Now, a child with dyslexia is always asked to read last. Peers start labeling them slow. ओए ते तो चांस ही नहीं आएगी क्योंकि तू बहुत स्लो पढ़ता है ना, मैम तो तुझे चांस ही नहीं देंगी, ज्यादा हुआ तो तू लास्ट में पढ़ेगा, राइट? सो अब दिस इज सम काइंड ऑफ न्यूरो डेवलपमेंटल डिसऑर्डर. इसके लिए वो बच्चा तो कहीं से जिम्मेदार है ही नहीं. लेट्स ऑफर देम द एक्स्ट्रा टाइम, ऑडियो बुक्स इफ इट इज पॉसिबल, और द ऑल्टरनेटिव फॉर्म्स ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशन. अगर वो रीड नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, लेट्स शो देम द पिक्चर्स. So this is how inclusion can happen. Now, the math problem. A girl and a boy raise their hands. Teacher ने बहुत आसानी से कर दिया. Boys are good with numbers. वहीं पर gender bias. बच्चे ने एक sentence में सीख लिया gender bias. And लड़की के अंदर low confidence आ गया. The inclusive alternative. Let's hear from someone who hasn't shared yet. Or I see 2 hands. Let's alternate. अब इसी में there is a case study. I would like everyone to see. So she is Divya Tyagi, an Indian origin student at Penn State University who has solved 100 years math problem related to wind turbines. Imagine. So she's not good at maths only. She's changing the game in clean energy and aviation. So knowledge, talent, problem solving, critical thinking, 21st century skills की जितनी भी requirement है, it has nothing to do with gender, but everything to do with focus and the opportunities that has been given equally to everyone. Now, peer group, sports. Boys say to girls, football is not for you. Similarly, a physically weak child is told not to join the team, right? So that is how, but we need to have mixed team, rotation-based roles and skill-based grouping. This is how the inclusion can happen. Speech and language disorders. किसी को, there are students who stutter, who stammer, or who are mispronouncing things. वो व को ब बोलते हैं, श को स बोलते हैं. All right. For example, Shivani is Sivani, right? This is the pronunciation problem. So we need to understand. We need to give them the tongue twisters, or we need to suggest them to go and take the speech therapy. This is how inclusion happens in us. In our class, everyone. Now there's an activity for you all. You need to read. I want everyone to speak one sentence. Okay, this is quite easy. It is self-explanatory.
First I will read.
Yes, 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 ma'am.
Every child deserves a place to belong.
Yes,
Belong.
thank you, ma'am. Yes. Divya, ma'am. Second.
Teachers, second. Different abilities make our class stronger.
Very good. Thank you. Yes. Next.
Teachers should adapt to different needs.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Very nice.
Yes. Others? Yeah.
Every learner has a unique place.
Yes.
Unique space. Space.
Place.
Space.
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 Space,
Space.
space.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. Yes. Next. Come on. This is quite fun. Right?
Feeling
Purvi ji,
understood
Yamini ji,
builds
anyone?
coincidence.
Again, ma'am. Sorry. Yep.
Feeling understood builds confidence.
Yes. Thank you. Next.
Thank you.
A calm environment helps students focus.
Focus. Absolutely. Right. So these kind of activities can be done in our classroom also. You have got the attention. अब इसमें कौन सा बच्चा पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करेगा? एक एक सेंटेंस बोलना है. जो अगर शाय भी होगा वो भी पार्टिसिपेट करेगा. Right? This is how the inclusive activities can be done. We can always make chits, and everyone is going to get one chit, and they have to complete it. You can write down these on the boards and ask four kids to come complete the sentence with just one letter to be filled. You have worked on their cognition by making them understand the sentence. Spellings bhi aa gayi hai isme. They are participating. It has nothing to do with only the subject, but it has included everyone. So this is how, again, minimum effort, maximum, impact. Okay, all right. Yeah. Now comes, positive behavior management. So we don't have to become reactive, we have to be proactive. We need to prevent, then we have to respond, and then we have to reinforce. Prevent what? The age appropriate expectation. मेरा क्लास पूरा का पूरा 100% है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होएगा. All right, the expectations and the rules, the norms of the classroom have to be given to the students in a well, clear way. Build predictable routines. Every Fridays, we are going to have an activity. So they are excited, sorry. Okay, and then design seating and pacing to reduce triggers. अगर कुछ बच्चों को आगे बैठना या वैसे लगता है, तो we can always have that circular thing, or we can have four kids sitting together. It is your creativity depending on your class and your students, right? Then let's see the respond. Address the need, not just the behavior. वो क्यों behave कर रहा है ऐसे? उसका ये need था, तो we need to address it. Use a calm, low, non-confrontational tone. We don't have to confront them. बताओ क्यों किया? No. Can you please tell me that is going to help me to help you, right? Offer choices. अगर बच्चा लिखने को नहीं तैयार है, it's absolutely fine. उसे reading करा सकते हैं. Okay, there is no trophy कि उसे traumatize करके वो काम कराना है. Then if we have understood their positive behavior, we need to keep on reinforcing. इस बच्चे के साथ ना तारीफ काम करती है. I am going to appreciate. इस बच्चे के साथ ना some kind of extra work काम करता है. You are intelligent. You can do it faster than the other kids. So that is going to work. And ये बच्चा अपने friend के साथ ही या peers के साथ ही अच्छा काम करेगा. So it is all about the reaction. So we need to become proactive, not reactive. Right? Now, we have a different kind of case studies. A child never answers when called on in class, no matter how simple the question. All right, so maybe validation. अगर वो गलत दे रहा है तो हम उस बच्चे को बुला के हम गलत आंसर देंगे, and the students are going to laugh at us, and then that child धीरे से बोलेगा नहीं ma'am, this is the right answer. That's how it can work. Simple. A student always disturbs the class and never seems to settle, no matter what the teacher tries. Is punishment the answer? No. All right, seems like someone is having a lot of energy today. Let me give a couple of tasks to that child and let's see what he's going to get for us. Energy drain goes. That's what. Parents complain that their child is lazy and won't apply themselves at home or school. Could it be anxiety or learning difficulty, low motivation or sleep issues? We need to ask the child. Okay, कि आखिर वो lazy क्यों हो रहा है, आखिर वो क्यों नहीं काम करना चाहता है? Is it low motivation? There are days when we also don't feel motivated. We also don't feel like working. That's absolutely fine. But if it gets into the habit, we need to come to know about that. No. Building strong teacher-student relationship. 2 into 10 strategies. 2 minutes of personal non-academic talk. बात करो उनसे. अच्छा मुझे बताओ ये जो टाउन में नया होटल खुला है, रेस्टोरेंट खुला है, have you tried it? वहाँ का पिज्जा कैसा है? I was planning to go with my family on Sunday. Can you suggest me? Oh my God, you are going to get such cute answers. Okay, convince me to get a dog for myself. It is not academic question, but communication is being worked on. बच्चे कहेंगे यार ये कैसी बात है? अगर आप 11th के बच्चों से बात करना चाहते हो, tell me, do you think so that distance relationship really works, or is it only trust and loyalty that is going to be checked on here? Let's talk about them, and they are going to listen and look forward. Then greet at the door. Always and always. Hi, how are you? How is life and all? You need to have a personal. Take their names. जब आप उनका personal name लेते हो, they get really connected. Unconditional positive regard. Please. This is one of the biggest and the most impactful term of psychology. Unconditional positive regard. No terms and conditions applied. No conditions are attached. Their worth is much more than their behavior. They are behaving at the moment, but their worth is accumulated. Okay, so please accept them as they are. Consistency and fairness. We cannot afford to be biased with our students. They observe each and every movement. उससे तो बड़े प्यार से बात करी थी, उसे तो +1 दिया, मुझे क्यों half काट दिए? They notice each and everything. If you think that they are at your radar, sorry to say, you are at their radar all the time. You are being scrutinized all the time by 40 pairs of eyes, right? So fairness has to be there. Now, creating inclusive and emotionally safe, no fear of judgment. Please abstain from any kind of confrontational or judgmental tone and the things. Every learner sees themselves represented. उन्हें special feel कराना है. Maybe not everyone in one class, but one row in one class, the other row in another class, like this. Diverse learning needs. आपको भी मजा आएगा if you are going to have different kind of activities in your lesson. Emotional check-ins. Please talk to them. This kind of humid weather, it really spoils my mood, right? Because I cannot. Which weather really makes you happy, or which weather really makes you a turn off? Okay, any kind of question. Students' voice shapes classroom rooms. We all know about what is the cost of not speaking and what is the award of speaking. We all have been hearing and seeing the news of Jantar Mantar. So we need to make our student voice their opinions. Not the perfect one, but the progressive one. All right, so children misbehave intentionally. Is it a myth? Yes. So what is a reality? It is a way of communication. Good students never struggle emotionally. No, they are good in hiding or they are not sharing with you. That's it. Punishment builds discipline, not every time. And nowadays, not most of the time. Every child should learn the same way? No. Every brain is different. Strict teachers always get better results. Now, this is debatable, I would say. I am not a strict teacher. I'm a firm teacher, but not a strict teacher. So for me, connection is something which I would. But many of you will say, no, strict teachers really give you good results. Yeah. Okay. Let's have these activities. You all can take a note of these. Take a break corner, a calm space for self-regulation. बच्चा अगर बहुत ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब कर रहा है, उसे एक कोने में बैठा दो और उसे कहो कि 5 मिनट के लिए you just think and write what all things are coming in your mind. Take a break corner. Let's have that corner in a classroom. Feelings check-in, we have talked about that. Clear, visible expectation. Unhe batao, I expect these kind of answers from you. I expect these kind of behavior from you. I expect this kind of participation from you. Choice board. Let them have their own choices. Let students choose how they show that what they have learned. Maybe in form of art, maybe in form of debate, maybe in form of assignment, maybe in form of question and answers. Predictable transitions. That means that they know ki aaj ye hone wala hai. And specific praise. Oh, you are really good. You are always very good. Oh my God, praise से ज़्यादा stress लगता है मुझे. Always good, ये क्या है? Now I have to act that I am a really good person all the time. No. Oh, you did really well in today's class. Right? Let's keep it as a habit. That's it. एक specific praise देना है. That is going to be important. Everyone, now you have a choice to make. Now you have to tell me another activity for you. Are you going to have a class of crying baby, or would you like to have a class of shouters? Tell me, kaun sa class chahiye? Is it A or is it B?
B.
B. Why? Why, Divya ma'am? Why B?
Some criers can be there, but not always. I would like to have a shouters so
Okay.
that they are able to speak their mind.
Absolutely. Okay.
But
Inclusion
they can have a free space to vent out and melt down. Sometimes we are not able to do it at home. The children are not able to do it at home. At least they can share and melt down their worries.
Absolutely. All right. So the choice goes to a class of shouters. Anyone else who would like to have a class of criers? Okay. Because somewhere or the other, shouters को ना संभालने में बड़ा मजा आता है. That is also one thing. Okay, वो लोगों के साथ you are going to learn a lot of things. With criers, energy gets depleted for sure. But of course, it is never going to be a choice, guys. वो तो मैंने एक activity create करी है, but it is never going to be a choice because you are going to have both. Okay? So one clingy student all year or one defined student all year? Tell me. एक चिपकू बच्चा पूरे साल चाहिए आपको या फिर एक nonchalant, not interested, not taking you for, into consideration? कौन सा बच्चा तुम्हें चाहिए? Come on. Is it A or B? Come on, guys. This is fun. Let's work on our psychology also. Divya ma'am, in case you were
One students all year.
Hanji ma'am?
One clingy student all year.
Clingy student all year. Kyun? Why? Why? Ask the ma'am.
because I will be able to understand every time what he wants. Otherwise, a
Okay.
non-selling type of student. Every time I used to be like, I will be like guessing every time, hey, what he wants, what happened to him now, what it is like. Every time I will be asking myself every question. But a clingy student, he will be like, ma'am, this happened. Ma'am, do you know I have this problem? Ma'am, do you know I want this? So that is why I want this type of student.
Acha. You are not going to be reactive. Ab kya hua? Why again you are there in my classroom? ऐसा नहीं होगा with that one clingy
Right.
student. Okay, good.
No.
All right. Every parent emails daily or no parent ever replies. Would you like to have a parent who is going to email you every day, or you are going to you would like to have a parent who never replies? Never replies. Ever की जगह never होना चाहिए यहाँ पर.
Maybe that will be much better because we have a regular interaction so that we can understand the child more. So we want a regular interaction with the child.
Okay, so you would like to have every day कि आज क्लासरूम में क्या हुआ, मैम मेरे बच्चे ने लंच नहीं खाया, उसने पानी की बोतल खुआ दी, आप देखना. So you'll be happy with that, right? But a parent who is not taking an interest in the child, that is going to be very difficult. I also somewhere or the other agree with you that it is good to have everyday conversation rather than not having the conversation at all. क्योंकि हमें फिर दूसरे साइड की स्टोरी नहीं पता चलेगी and we won't be able to understand the psychology of the child very well. Anyone else who would like to add on something, or anyone who is having a different answer? Come on, it's an activity. We are never going to have this kind of. Yeah, ask Sama.
In the last one, every parent emails daily, and no parents ever replied. I think daily conversation, daily mails, daily response isn't feasible that much because we are also occupied with a number of copy
Absolutely,
corrections,
absolutely. हाँ, वही तो है.
worksheets.
यही तो बात है ना.
It would be feasible for us, like monthly interactions, कि what they are performing at
Why
their
is this
home.
task, ma'am? वो तो एक बहुत ही आइडियल सिचुएशन हो गई that 15 days में या फिर मंथ में एक बार पीटीएम हुआ या कोई भी इंटरेक्शन हुआ. That's an ideal situation. But I have not given you that ideal situation because life is never ideal. It is always bumpy, no? कुछ ना कुछ तो वो होता है. So that is exactly. Okay, so we also have to understand.
Chaotic.
Right?
I found it very. Every day a person is calling me and asking me, ma'am, he hadn't finished his lunch. I'm like, now what are you expecting? Do you want me to finish? Feed him?
मैं
Do you want to
तो
feed him?
by the end of the week अगर उसने लंच नहीं किया ना तो फिर मैं ही खाना खाना शुरू कर दूंगी उसका कि माँ ये तो ना कहे कि लंच नहीं खत्म किया है ना.
It's like I am even not able to talk to my family, my parents. They are like, what kind of teacher you are becoming day to day? You don't have time for us, and every time your phone is going busy. You are busy parent.
No, I totally get it. This is insane, right? Every parent emailing every day, asking you questions, about the progress. आज मेरे बच्चे ने activity करा है ना. This is insane. This is insane. But the biggest block will be that if a parent is never replying, that is also going to be there. Of course, we need to have the ideal situation. That is for sure. But this is just for our own understanding, right? So here we come with our last activity. So what is one behavior management habit that you are going to change from tomorrow in your classroom? Tell me. It is a question and answer. Which one behavior management?
I would like to just take that activity which you have started with us, that partly cloudy, stormy, so that I can come to know what a student is feeling on that day, and I can handle them in that way. So I just wanted to start that activity from tomorrow.
Thank you. Okay. All right.
Ma'am,
So, yes.
I would like to have that interactive talking with the senior grade, just like you suggested about the restaurant or something, so that I can fit in themselves, in them.
Absolutely, right. Thank you. Okay. So with this, we have come to an end of our session. Please shoot your questions, shoot your feedback. We'll be really happy. And Twinkle ma'am is going to tell you that you'll be receiving a lot of documents post webinar. Okay, I think she is busy. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, it was a call. Yeah, 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃, please go ahead. What you were saying, sorry?
No, I was just saying that Twinkle ma'am will be sharing the notes with you all.
Yes. I will be sharing the notes and the feedback form in the group. For the time being, any questions, any doubt, please go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. The notes are also having all the activities for your convenience. Because of course we do understand कि कहीं ना कहीं दिमाग से slip हो जाती हैं, right? So those notes are having everything. So you can go ahead.
And we will be sharing recording also, so you can go to the recording.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So you are going to have that. Yeah.
Yeah. Please, Divya ji, Preeti ji, Anusha ji, any questions? Swaminathan ji.
I got my queries cleared in the beginning of the session.
That's great. That's
and
great.
Very nicely, ma'am.
Thank you.
One thing more, on Thursday, on 23rd, we will be having the last session of this diploma course about the leadership. It will be nice if everyone can join us on the last day of EIDP, and the leadership session will be taken by a very senior most person, and it will be very informative. So on Thursday, we will be meeting at the same time for the last session of EIDP. Yes. And the notes of this session will be shared in the group. The recording will be there on our YouTube channel. Go and check and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates. If you have any doubts regarding any sessions, anything, please let us know in the group. We will answer all your queries. I think we are done with the 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗃. We are done with the, yeah. Anyone wants to add something over here?
No, actually, I want to ask if I will be able to get some sort of reading materials regarding child psychology.
Just told you, Astha ji, we will be sending notes to you.
Notes like only the slides, no?
No, not slide.
Yeah.
The notes will be there. You just go through it. If you have any more query, then you can let us know. We will share more information with you. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Our notes are not just the slides. It's proper notes. Yeah. Any other query from anyone? Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗃 ji, for the activities which your session are always activity based, and that's very nice. That's very nice. Yeah. Now all we will be meeting on Thursday for the last session of EIDP on leadership and emotional intelligence. Thank you everyone for joining us. Oh, thank you, 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗃 ji. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.